Do you agree that as we get older, 95% of what we believe, what's going on in our heads, is lies that have been fed to us? We've been brainwashed over the years to think that old age means being out of date, not being able to learn new things anymore, and just plain not keeping up with modern trends. I'd love to talk about this today because I feel it's completely untrue. And I feel that this new generation of us, people over our 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, need to show those out there that that is not true. We're not taking this belief that's been fed to us. Firstly, I'm going to pick on the woman first. Over 60, do you automatically stop caring about your appearance? I sit in the hairdresser and I watch women come in, young women. I'm not saying because I put color on my hair that everybody needs to, but everybody is just falling into the same pattern. Well, I'm going to just have the easiest hairstyle that there is to maintain. I'm going to let it go grey, first of all. Grey's great, but then you need to have the right makeup on and cut it into a nice trendy style. You can't have a little grey hairstyle like your mum had and not look 80 years old. And clothes. I'm not saying dress like a 20-year-old, but there are age-appropriate, fashionable clothes that we can be wearing. Why do you have to stop wearing any makeup just because you don't work anymore? What about your own pride? Never mind how your husband sees you or your friends or your partner. I mean, shoes. When did the only shoes in your cupboard become comfortable ones? You know what? If you're going to a really, really nice function with your partner and you've got a lovely dress, don't put those Crocs on. Ladies, even if they hurt your feet a little bit for an hour or two while you're out, could you wear a little heel or something a little more dainty than these rubber things that everybody's got their feet shoved into? Now, okay, I'll stop because I've probably got a lot of people riled up by now. But ladies, let's take care of ourselves. Let's make our husbands and our partners proud of us. And let's be proud of ourselves. The second thing is conversation. Is it a given that now that we're over 60, 70, 80, that all we can talk about is our bad health? And we do have bad health. I have got bad health at the moment. I've had a bad 6 months and I'm up to here with it. But is it our only conversation? Not true. It doesn't have to be. We need to be learning about new things, even after we've retired. I've recently joined a discussion hub, and at each gathering, somebody talks about something different, something that the rest of us don't know anything about. We're learning. Our brains are muscles. We need to keep working them. We can't just sit at home and watch the news. So conversation. Have we become these boring people who just speak about the price of food? Oh, goodness gracious. Well, then don't buy it. I know that Things are tight for some people. But at a dinner party, you complaining about it, is it going to make it any better? And politics, well, at the moment, the Americans are really out there. I know things are terrible in America. Everybody's complaining and there's this big division, and that's all you're seeing on the YouTube channels. People, mostly women I'd say, complaining about their government. Do you want to hear about mine? Because that could take another 10-hour video. No, you don't want to hear about it. Actually, you don't want to hear about it, do you? Because by me complaining and telling you all about it, am I doing anything to improve it? What am I doing to change things? Absolutely nothing. If I was involved in politics and I was actually making some change, well then yes, I could share with you what I'm doing, but I'm not doing anything about it. I'm living here in my bubble, doing absolutely nothing about the ruling party in our country. And in my opinion, everybody on YouTube who's complaining about their government is not doing anything about it either. All they're doing is complaining. Wow, this video is not going to go down well, is it? But, you know, I'm really tired of being the nice guy. I have these things on my mind that I want to say, and sometimes I just feel like saying them. And I'm sorry if I'm hurting anybody's feelings, but maybe it's also just a time to stop and think about these conversations that you're having at dinner parties. About the fact that you think you can no longer learn anything new. Sometimes I hear my children on business calls, as they do with Zoom, and I hear them talking about something that is completely foreign to me, using new words, new corporate words that are right out of my sphere, because I don't work and I don't hear those words anymore. But I ask them, why don't we ask them after the call, what did you mean by that? And they can tell us, and then we'll know. We don't have to, because we don't work anymore, it doesn't mean we don't have to be curious about things. I think mostly what happens in retirement is this lack of curiosity, this lack of how new things work. AI, for instance. Yes, I know there are huge dangers to AI, but you don't really know that, and neither do I. So I'm not about to start preaching to you about AI, but it's going to have incredible benefits to the world. Not everything's black or white. But I hear this conversation of, I hope I'll be dead by the time the AI robots take over the world. Or maybe they will, but maybe they won't. And actually, neither you nor I know if that's going to happen. Teenagers. Oh my goodness. Yes, I know that they're on their phones too much. But then, I'm sorry, put me in the naughty corner with the teenagers too then, because I'm on my phone a lot. And before you go pointing any fingers, how often are you on your phone? We've all become a little bit addicted to our phones. But it's something the teenagers do. And you remember the things that you used to do that your parents couldn't believe. I can't believe you drive this car with such a loud exhaust. It makes such a noise. In my day, the cars just drove along so quietly and smoothly. You liked that car. You liked that car, that sports car sound that you had. But you've forgotten about that. Sometimes when we driving along the road too, a youngster will come past us on a motorbike. I know it's dangerous. I'm not saying it's not dangerous, but will speed past us. And my husband will say, "Look at that idiot." Oh, so you've forgotten when you were an idiot then. We were all idiots. We all did these things. Lived on the edge at one time. Sorry, is there somebody that didn't? Well, then I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to any of you who never broke the rules. We did these things, and now we are pointing fingers at other young people who are growing up, and they're having their own phase. Look at all those piercings. Who would want a ring through their nose? Sorry? Did I see a tattoo on your arm? No, I must have been mistaken. Our generation, the men, not all of them, not you, the one who never broke the rules. The men, lots of them had tattoos on their arms. Now, because the girls are doing it, very, very ugly. Shouldn't have those things all over your body. Well, it's not really for us to decide. And the other one I've heard, what is she going to look like when she's old? With all those tattoos on her body. Well, you know what she's going to look like? She's going to look like everybody else who's old. Because they've all got tattoos all over their bodies. The rings will have been taken out. The holes would have healed up. And they'll be fine. So, you're either going to unsubscribe or you're going to be with me on this conversation. I'm sorry if I've hurt anybody's feelings. I didn't mean to. But come on. Let's enjoy these last years we've got. And I mean enjoy them by having good conversations and laughing together and having fun together. Get your old friends and say on a Friday night, come on, let's go out for a beer or a glass of wine. Enjoy yourselves. We need to enjoy these years. It's all we've got left. And some of you listening will be older than I am. I'm in my 70s and I'm not wasting a day. I don't go to the same place twice. I don't have time. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you haven't, please subscribe and come back and you'll hear some more pleasant, polite, courteous videos. Not like this one. Hugs to you. Bye for now.